an etiology. It has a reason why it became. And you cannot cure it without looking into the causes and treating the underlying cause of the banditry. You cannot suppress it. You have to deal with the cause. Otherwise, it will metamorphose into something else. We have seen that with Boko Haram specifically, when their leaders were shot. Then they took off arms. Instead of broken peace with them, which many, even former head of state, did that. We recalcitrantly followed fighting them, killing them, and now it's 12 years. We are yet to finish them, and they are still causing havoc. Just recently, they killed a brigadier. So I don't want that same experience in Northeast to happen in Northwest again. Because when you are talking about the herdsmen, bandits, they have their grievances. They lost their cattle, extortion, killings, lynching, profiling. They all complain about that. Now, if you term them as terrorists and they merge with the Boko Haram, because they say birds of the same feathers flock together, if we call them like that and they hear, then it will be a big problem for them, and it will put an impetus to Boko Haram in the Northeast, because they share the same destiny. Telling somebody is a terrorist means you are stripping him of citizenship, you are condemning him to death on sight. You don't give him a fair trial. That is a terrorist. And if you treat them like this, I think instead of having the problem cured, it's going to compound it, because they have not really started that real terrorism, like destroying power lines, destroying, like they did in Boko Haram did in Maiduguri. Since January, there's no light. They have not started attacking railways, attacking people in market. They have not started doing that. Now we are pushing them. We people naively are pushing them because of their rejection. I reject criminality, and I don't justify criminality at all. But you see, you have to minimize it using your psyche, using psychology. But if we say we follow the whims of politicians, then they are going to destroy this country. So we don't want to push them into that terror beyond what they are doing now, because yes, it can get worse. That is when they start attacking towns, destroying infrastructure and other things like that. This is what we don't want, and they have shown us their willingness to negotiate. So people that are ready to negotiate, why are you rushing to just declare them bandits so that you can use whatever weapons you bought? I think it's not moral, it's very unethical of us to pursue that line. No, it will make it worse. Worse in the sense that now they can ally themselves with Boko Haram because they're all in the same book. Before, they used to catch Boko Haram and present them to the authorities in Zamfara. But now if they're all terrorists, secondly, the only door that remains, that is we clergy to go in and negotiate with them, is closed down permanently, because I will not take myself again to contact them, because it means you are aiding terrorists. So you see, the government has for itself closed the only door of confidence they have, because they have confidence in us. We can gather them all, we can speak with them. Now we have to desert them. In fact, no way we speak with them until when they are not declared as terrorists, you know. So yeah, the government is closing a door of negotiating. This is what we are saying. Profiling is wrong. Generalization is always wrong. In fact, just 2 days ago, somebody told me a boss came to Kaduna here. A young man came down and he was immediately arrested by the security agents, just like that, on site, because he looks like a herdsman. And this is happening everywhere. In front of me, it has happened. And this is wrong. And this are part of the agitation. They've said it. They told us this is part of our agitations. We are arbitrarily arrested and sometimes even killed extrajudicially. I think until when we address this injustice, I don't see future in having peaceful resolution to this conflict. The solution is engagement. Engage them, address their grievances, make them feel belonging to the nation, bring them out of the den of their criminality by dislodging them. How do you dislodge them? Easily. Just give their children, their women, their distant employment, teach them, educate them. They will leave the forest. But we have done nothing of that. Only that some few governors have tried doing some amnesty, in quotation, by giving them some few money for some rifles they give. This is not enough. There has to be a program of rehabilitation, a program of reconciliation with the different villages and tribes that have been at war with. And there has to be reparation of those victims. You see, on both sides. If government is actively involved in this, I think we'll have sanity. Just like what we have relative peace in the south with the Niger militants.